I love the Elder Scrolls games. Like Dungeon Master, the Elder Scrolls games were foundational fantasy experiences for myself, so I never thought I'd be able to make this video. But now, Tainted Grail has come along, I can. Dark Souls casts a massive shadow over the industry, so much so that it invented the terminology Souls-like. So now, games like Elder Scrolls are dubbed Scrolls-likes. Fair enough. Sounds a bit too much like its parent genre, but everyone knows what an Elder Scrolls game is. I mean, if I wanted to be fussy about it, I could say that truly, such games are Ultima-likes, but I digress. For one, I'm happy that there's a phrase to describe these games I love. Having a label codifies a thing, makes it more real in the industry. Make it a tag on Steam. Get some more devs creating these experiences. Make Scrolls-like great again. No? Just make them then. I wasn't waiting for Tainted Grail. In fact, my Scrolls-like anticipation was reserved for Wayward Realms. Potentially a true RPG on a massive scale. You can tell it will be a true RPG because they put so much work in under the hood, they forgot about the graphics. So Tainted Grail came out of left field. Recommended, albeit only mechanically, by YouTuber StratEdgy. He sold me on the feel and the depth. It's a cool looking Scrolls-like, recommended by a guy I trust. No brainer. But what StratEdgy failed to mention was the lore and how it would so personally, deeply connect with me. Wasn't his fault. How could he know? He's not British.
What?
But it was a happy little accident, because this aspect of Tainted Grail, the lore, is what really made the game for me. And it being a surprise made it doubly delicious. But don't worry, in this versus video, I promise to remain impartial. I have my hand on a copy of the Fallout 4 strategy guide as I say this, so you know I'm telling the truth. As for Skyrim, Skyrim sits above us all like a demented god emperor that we almost love and loathe simultaneously. I played it when it came out, Xbox 360, hundreds of hours, a high elf caster enchanter. She did Arcane University and Main Quest, Dragonborn DLC. Not Thieves or Brotherhood though. I RP'd and she was quite moral.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll.
She even had a set of Ultimo enchanted tavern clothes, because I like my fantasy Conan style, goddammit, just like Frazetta intended. No more prudish fantasy, these are archetypes of potency for goodness sake. Where was I? Oh yes, Skyrim. The one above all. Played it to death. On Xbox, then again, PS4, and a bit in VR. And you had to get the Super Duper Anniversary Edition for PS5, but I stopped myself from getting the Switch version. Because a man has to have some boundaries. Skyrim's vast. It's beautiful. And if Starfield is anything to go by, it's also a one-off achievement never to be replicated. Stuffed with beasts and loot.
By order of the Jarl, stop right there.
With nary an hour of gameplay that doesn't make you raise an eyebrow and ask, how does this even work? Barely being the correct answer. So, without further ado, let's push these two contestants over the rickety bridge of contest that hangs precariously over the fires of judgment. Hey, epic fantasy deserves an epic segue. First round, character. So, it seems Skyrim is digging deep into its box of characters for this round. It's having a good old rummage. There's a look of panic on its face. Maybe Skyrim is realising it's at a disadvantage this round. The doubt is creeping in. Skyrim is realising that it doesn't have any good characters to deploy. You see, characters have to fill space, in our minds, and in their worlds. They need agency, complexity, nuance, and arcs if possible. This is a lot to ask of any medium, especially games, and Elder Scrolls has never been good at this type of writing. Lore? Yeah, totally, but individual characters? Especially in Skyrim? Oh, it looks like Skyrim has made its pick. And its chosen character to defend its honour is Paarthurnax. An interesting feel from this aging classic. Paarthurnax wouldn't be anyone's first choice, except mine, I guess. So, why Paarthurnax? Well, I like him, and he's a dragon. But I can do better. Skyrim is about dragons. Your main objective is to kill the Uber dragon, Alduin. But he never really interacts with you, other than through a terrible boss fight. So, Paarthurnax, in a game about dragons, in which our character is a dragon in all but form, is our only real connection to their kind. He is wise, he offers aid, and has opinions about what you must do.
Dremyolok, greetings.
And most importantly, he has regrets. You can feel his age. His essence is that of Skyrim. More than any petty Jarl or Alduin who would destroy it, he roosts at the throat of the world, the place of Alduin's first defeat, a place and event that for Paarthurnax comes with mixed feelings, a bittersweet pathos, loving his brother but also loving the world that Alduin must destroy. Plus that good-ass voice acting and individual character writing. His habit of using the occasional word of dragon amongst his speech gives him that vaguely foreign grandfatherly presence that I find comforting. And if you choose to kill him when you had the option, you're a menace and there's no hope for you. So, who will stand against Paarthurnax for the honour of Tainted Grail? Well, it can be no other than King Arthur himself. My homeland Zeus, if you're Greek. Thor, if you're a barbarian. And if you're American, Abraham Lincoln? Arthur and his story dominate this game. From the moment you leave the prologue, you are following in his footsteps across the wild world of Avalon. Every city, institution, and even roads he had carved out of the land are memories of his, reminders of his enduring legacy, and he will tell you about it too, slowly revealing and remembering his past with intimate campfire confessions. His voice acting, as with Paarthurnax, is excellent.
Merlin saw Avalon for what it was long before the rest of us. He told me that Tintagel wouldn't hold, not forever.
But unlike Paarthurnax, every step of your journey is shrouded by his presence, as he sees everything you do. Certain NPCs will remark on him, even though you carry him unseen. Locations that you pass through will cause him to appear at your campfire when he deigns to speak to you. He is an intimidating presence, entirely regal and sincerely righteous. And the personal journey he undertakes through his revelations is gripping. I will say no more because it would be spoilers. Hey up, what's this guy's problem? Hey, just clear off, mate. Yeah, I'm having a private conversation with King Arthur. Yeah, I speak to him on the regs. Who are you? Go on, piss off. Tainted Grail's choice of character swings for the fences and takes Paarthurnax's head right off his serpentine neck. Skyrim had no chance in the character division. Hell, maybe I should just give this pig the best character award.
That's very nice of you, but I'm not sure I want that.
I just have to confess, there's a piece of music in Tainted Grail that accompanies the cinematic of King Arthur's resurrection, and it resonated with me in such a profoundly spiritual way that I was taken aback. It entangles itself with the character of King Arthur and the mythos, paints a picture of hope laid waste to and grandeur once thought immortal, crumbling to dust. But my hand is still on that Fallout 4 strategy guide, and although Skyrim never sucker-punched my spirit balls that hard, it definitely cradled them gently while whispering to them of forgotten valleys, idyllic Spriggan haunted ponds, and calamitous ruins groaning under the weight of their secrets. You see, Skyrim not only has a kick-ass main theme full of Nordic bravura, but it also has great incidental and environmental pieces, tunes so subtle and tied to the environment that if you turn them off it really harms the game's feel. Apart from that one banger in Tainted Grail, the rest of it is at best on theme, and at worst it's barely music at all. So, for sheer quality across the board, Skyrim wins the music category. Third round is the creature feature. Fantasy needs monsters. Monsters being physical interpretations of our own psychological shadows, they need to be defeated, and if we can't get on top of our personal monsters, we at least should be able to beat their horrendous avatars with sharp sticks in simulations. So Skyrim is looking confident here. Reaching into its basic bitch bag o' tricks, it pulls out another dragon. Yay. Yes, dragons are the defining creature of Skyrim. They are the main quest. Your character is dragonborn by default, and they were draped all over the marketing. But you know what? I'm old enough to remember seeing the previews in magazines. Yes, magazines. And the size and scope of the dragons was beyond anything that had been tried before, and dragon technology is really only again just catching up with the dragons of Elden Ring. So Bethesda did something extraordinary with them in Skyrim. Yes, they can be a bit obliging, and their corpses are rude to the laws of physics, but at times they are awesome, and their sound design is so iconic. A smug look on Skyrim's mug is justified, but maybe Tainted Grail's chosen creature can swing back with something equally monstrous. Imagine as a powerful hero, camping under the moonlit sky of Avalon. Magic hangs heavy in the air. This is the weird night. People have told you to avoid this. Seek shelter in the protected towns and villages, they said. But you have seen nothing to worry a hero of your stature. Sure, the local bandits get tougher in the weird night, their eyes glowing as they attack. And there's those spectral beings who drop cobwebs when they're killed, but no reason to flee to the town every night. Then above the crackling of your fire you hear an odd sound. Time seems to slow down. Sound becomes muffled, and then you hear the heavy steps of armoured feet slowly approaching. This is the Four-Dweller Champion, or Weird Knight, here to seek revenge on humanity for the genocide against his race, but only under the moon and away from the protective forces that surround the towns. This legend took me by surprise the first time I encountered him, while I was buying vegetables off some friendly skeleton farmers. An excellent creature to represent the lore of Tainted Grail, thematic and imposing. But dragons? They're so big and majestic. The form factor of the dragon cannot be denied. Skyrim wins the creature category. Tainted Grail is not doing as well as I'd hoped. I don't know. I stand for this new contender and he's dropping balls left, right and centre. Our next category is World. How open is your world? How wide? How deep? There's a lot to appreciate about Skyrim's open world, from the awe-inspiring caverns of Blackreach to the lonely reaches of, well, the Reach. The density and variety of creatures and landscapes is unmatched, but worlds aren't always about scale. Sometimes it's more about the feel. A new world to explore is a wonderful thing. Sure, Skyrim is vast, but it's old. I've been exploring it for years, and Avalon has all new juicy lore locations and surprise monster encounters. But it's not just new, it's heavy with atmosphere. Avalon is an alien landscape. Humans only exist here with the aid of great magic, and the strange, unearthly nature of this location is captured wonderfully. The skyboxes are almost psychedelic, slipping dreamily from night to day. They frame the land in a light so thick you could almost touch it. The landscape itself is broken and obtuse. Ancient statues and infrastructure from the time of King Arthur litter the landscape, along with other, stranger landmarks. What it has over Skyrim is a distinct feel of place, a remote, odd land not meant for human settlement, and that distinctiveness is what swings this round into Tainted Grail's favour. Final and deciding category is city, town, settlement? Call them what you will. These little beehives of side quests, alluring NPCs and shops to flog your ill-gotten gains in are a core component of the Scrolls-like. Because if there's no civilization within, why brave the wilderness without? So, for Tainted Grail, I present the town of Kuanacht. Why? Because they kicked me out of the Horns to the south and I'm not allowed in there anymore. Kurnacht is a town with a lot of problems. A third of the town is quarantined due to an outbreak of the Red Death. The Camalocian army are here to remove the town's only defence against the encroaching weirdness. The local hospital is also in a shambles, with no medicines or staff. But that's the greatest thing about the towns in Tainted Grail. You can effect change in them. The hospital can be got back up and running again. The Camalocian soldiers can be run off, which affects the livelihoods of Kurnacht for better or worse. It's a lovely town, vaguely Mediterranean, set on 2 levels, all centred on the town's men here. It has a bookshop, a lively market, and a blacksmith that fell in love with me after I crafted him a new heart and filled it with my own life force. I could have turned him down, but he was going to craft me an enchanted weapon. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. For Skyrim's urban competitor, we have so many to choose from. So we'll pick the town every Skyrim player knows by heart, Whiterun. Whiterun has the magnificent Dragon's Reach. The castle doubles as a dragon dungeon. It's a city of 3 tiers, the Cloud District, the Wind District, and the Commoners' Plain District. Which is kind of amusing as a social structure because they are all within yards of each other. The companions are based here with the legendary Skyforge. And there's a skeleton in the Dragon Reach moat. It is a feature-rich and memorable city, but its immutability is where it loses out. Your actions don't really affect the town, beyond replacing or removing a few NPCs. So, for that reason alone, I'm giving this point to Tainted Grail. So, Tainted Grail wins the Battle of the Scrolls-like and... What? Wait, no? What? What's this? A surprise bonus round? Bonus round? Can you knock shit off a table? So, no winner, yay. So what does this tell us? Objectively, nothing. It's a bit of fun.
Mother to all, it is her voice we follow. Her
One thing I can say with certainty is that most of you watching this have played Skyrim, but hardly any of you have played Tainted Grail. And if you like Skyrim, or Dark Souls for that matter, you'll probably get a kick out of Tainted Grail, even if you're not British.
What?
And we need more competition in the Scrolls-like space. So, go buy Tainted Grail. Maybe the competition will encourage Bethesda to pull its finger out of its own ass.